A day at the zoo. Last weekend was one of the most exciting days of my life. My family and I went on a trip to the zoo, and it was a day full of fun, adventure, and learning. I had been looking forward to this trip for weeks because I love animals and I had never been to a zoo before. The thought of seeing animals up close that I had only read about in books or watched on TV made me so happy. We woke up early that morning, packed our bags with snacks, water, and of course my camera. I wanted to take lots of pictures to remember this day forever. The ride to the zoo felt long because I was so excited, but my parents kept telling me to be patient. My little sister Lily was just as excited as I was, and we spent the whole ride talking about the animals we hoped to see. Lily wanted to see monkeys, while I was most excited to see the lions. When we finally arrived at the zoo, I could hardly wait to get out of the car. The entrance to the zoo was huge, with a big sign that said, "Welcome to the zoo." There were lots of people there, families with children, and groups of friends, all eager to see the animals. We bought our tickets and walked through the entrance, and just like that, our adventure began. The first thing we saw was a big enclosure with lions. I couldn't believe how massive and powerful they looked. There were 2 lions, one male and one female. The male lion had a big fluffy mane that made him look like a king. He was lying down in the shade looking very calm, while the female lion was walking around as if she was guarding her territory. Every few minutes, the male lion would let out a low growl, and I could feel the ground vibrate beneath my feet. It was amazing to see such strong animals in real life. I learned from one of the zookeepers that lions are known as the kings of the jungle because of their strength and leadership in the wild. I was so fascinated by their power and beauty. After spending some time watching the lions, we moved on to the next enclosure, which was full of monkeys. Now, this was Lily's favorite part of the day. The monkeys were so active and playful, swinging from branch to branch and climbing the ropes. One of the monkeys, a small brown one with a funny face, was hanging upside down by its tail. It waved at us, and we couldn't stop laughing. Lily waved back, and the monkey made a funny noise as if it was laughing too. Next, we visited the elephant enclosure. The elephants were even bigger than I had imagined. There were 3 elephants in total, 2 adults and 1 baby elephant. The adult elephants were standing by a large pool of water, using their trunks to splash themselves to stay cool. One of them even sprayed water on us, and we all screamed and laughed. It was such a funny moment. The baby elephant was the cutest thing I had ever seen. It was playing with a ball and running around in the mud. I learned that elephants are very social animals, and they use their trunks for many things, like picking up food, drinking water, and even communicating with each other. It was amazing to see how gentle these huge animals could be. After spending some time with the elephants, we moved on to see the giraffes. The giraffes were incredibly tall, much taller than I expected. Their long necks allowed them to reach the leaves at the very top of the trees. We watched as one giraffe wrapped its long, purple tongue around a branch and pulled off the leaves to eat them. I learned that giraffes can eat up to 75 pounds of food a day. I tried to take a picture of one giraffe, but it kept walking around, so it was hard to get a clear shot. Still, watching these gentle giants was an unforgettable experience. Next, we saw the zebras. They were so beautiful with their black and white stripes. I tried to count how many stripes they had, but it was impossible. One of the zookeepers explained to us that no two zebras have the same stripe pattern, just like how no two people have the same fingerprints. It was fascinating to learn that each zebra is unique. I took a picture of a zebra standing next to a tree, and it looked like the perfect picture for a nature magazine. By this time, we were starting to feel hungry, so we found a nice spot under a tree and sat down to eat our snacks. I had packed a sandwich and an apple, and my sister had some fruit and crackers. As we ate, we noticed a beautiful peacock walking around nearby. Its feathers were so colorful and shiny. It opened its tail like a fan, and we could see all the beautiful patterns. It looked like a rainbow on the ground. I had never seen anything like it before. My mom told us that peacocks are known for their beautiful feathers, and they often show them off to attract mates. It was amazing to see such beauty right in front of us. After our break, we continued our adventure by visiting the penguins. The penguins were in a cold, icy area of the zoo, and they looked so cute waddling around on the ice. They had a big pool where they were swimming and diving. One penguin jumped out of the water and slid across the ice on its belly, which made everyone laugh. I learned that penguins are great swimmers and can hold their breath for a long time underwater. I was really impressed by how fast they could move in the water. Finally, we ended our day by visiting the flamingos. They were standing in a shallow pool of water, balancing on one leg. Their bright pink feathers made them stand out from all the other birds. I learned that flamingos get their pink color from the food they eat, like shrimp and algae. It was a funny sight to see all the flamingos standing on one leg, almost as if they were playing a game. As the day came to an end, we slowly made our way back to the car. I felt a little sad that the day was over, but I was also really happy because I had learned so much and had so much fun. My favorite animals of the day were the lions and the monkeys, but every animal we saw was amazing in its own way. That night, as I looked through all the pictures I had taken, I realized that a day at the zoo is not just about seeing animals, it's also about learning how important it is to protect and care for them. I hope that one day I can go back to the zoo and see even more animals. It was truly an unforgettable day, and I can't wait for my next adventure. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe for more fun video.